Glass Factory. I am here at day 2 of Seismic Dance Event 5.0 with Castro. What's up?
What's up? Hello, how are you doing?
Good, good. How are you?
A little cold, but having a great time.
Yes, it is very chilly. Layers are my friend right now. We met Kai for the first time last year at Seismic. Also, were you also playing day 2?
Can't remember. I think so. Yeah. I think it was Saturday.
Wow. Okay, we gotta make a new routine.
Exactly.
So yes, what have you been up to in the last year? What
Oh,
are some,
man.
highlights?
Been just focusing on production as much as I can, writing as many originals as I can. I haven't actually been signing a whole lot. I've just been creating a treasure trove of the hits, running them past my mentors, and just waiting for that one really special record, that I think will open a lot of doors, get on a major label, stuff like that.
Yeah.
So just continuing to focus on my songwriting. Like the
Yeah.
technical chops are at the professional level, but now it's the ideas, the melodies, the chords, actually the content, right? The most important stuff.
So is your goal still Anjuna Beats?
And
I think that was
Juna
your goal last
Deep.
year. Anjuna Deep.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, they're definitely still top of the list amongst others. People like Last Night on Earth, Sasha label, Compact, Lane 8's This Never Happened. Anything melodic, especially with like a North American fan base, will really help me to start moving around the country a bit more in terms of like domestic shows.
Right.
So those are all strong fits.
And I saw that you opened for Eric Prydz again.
Yeah.
Just one time, right? In the last year.
Yes, just like a month ago.
Okay.
It was a F1 after party. It was
Okay.
really,
Oh, yeah.
really wild. Yeah,
Nice.
that was my 4th time playing with the big mans.
Like if you look back at like each of the shows that you've opened for him, what would you say has been like your evolution? How would you sum it up?
Oh, that's a great question. I've been playing more and more of my own music and moving, I'd say, actually away from traditional progressive house. I still love the genre, but I don't think it's going to be like my genre forever.
Yeah.
But I've been really inspired by more like indie electronica leaning stuff. People like Bicep, Fortet, Fredigan, John Hopkins. Like those people, I think that they're in a world where it's so easy to make every house song sound similar and people are copying each other. They're really breathing new life into the industry and like continuing to write really, really unique music that has a story to tell. And so I've been trying to channel more of that, both in my own production and in my DJ sets.
Where do you draw inspiration from when you are trying to tell a story through your music?
All over. I've been trying to sample a lot more.
Okay.
So previously it was like just noodle around on a synthesizer or find a cool drum loop or program something. But recently I've been trying to pull inspiration from sounds from the real world. I've sampled my friends from funny videos that we take of each other. I've sampled my bird. I've sampled birds that I follow on YouTube, parrot fanatic. So I've been trying to just find random sounds that have a lot of potential to be turned into something really unique and bring that into my music as a source of inspiration.
Which I feel like that's very much what like Fred again does with his stuff too, right? And,
Yeah.
drawing from like his like everyday life.
Right. I was just talking to Rinzen about this, and like Fred finds something that's incredibly emotionally resonant, and just like the video or the vocal sample or whatever is like so emotional that no matter what, if you put that into a song, it's going to be powerful, and all you need to do is kind of like build a house around it. And like Fred is, like you said, the perfect example of just starting with like a really inspirational piece of content and then creating something even bigger than that.
So I know you said you're kind of like waiting for like the perfect song. What does that mean to you?
It's kind of cliche, but the advice that a lot of people give you is like, when you know, you'll know.
Yeah.
Like every song I finish, I'm excited about, but there are some that it's like, ooh, that melody's been stuck in my head for a couple days, or man, like this one just, the crowd always goes crazy when I play it live. And I'm learning to see kind of like the metrics of a song and like, live playability, like catchiness, emotional impact. And like once something hits like 5 out of 5 on everything, then I'll feel pretty confident I have that song ready. I do consistently feel like I am improving as a musician and as a songwriter. So as long as I continue that trend and I continue feeling more confident in like my style and my sound, then I feel like it's only a matter of time till I feel like I have the right track,
I gotcha.
And then, that's where mentorship plays a really big role. Is I email it to everybody that I talk with on a regular basis and just get their gut check on it, would they send it to Anjuna on my behalf and vouch for me? If they're not, then got to keep writing better music, right?
What has been one of the most meaningful or impactful pieces of advice that you've gotten through your mentors?
I mean, honestly, this previous conversation I referenced with Rinzin was just a few weeks ago, and I went in with a list of questions about how to make a career out of music, and basically the first thing he said that we talked about for basically an entire hour was, what is your project? What is your theme? What is your artistic personality? And what can you do to take a piece of yourself and supersize it and have that be your artistic persona? You don't want to be fake, but if you're a very generous person, maybe you create some kind of relationship with your fan base where you're finding ways to be generous for them.
Yeah.
Or if you're kind of quirky and you love painting or something, how do you incorporate painting into your music? And it's just sitting down and thinking really hard about what is Kai Castro, what do I want to magnify about myself on the stage and in the content that I make, is realizing how important that was through that conversation, and then realizing wow, I still need to spin some cycles and think about this harder.
Project. What do you think are the top 3 attributes about yourself that you are trying to portray through your music at this moment in time?
Okay. So I want to be inclusive. I don't want to be that super cool sunglasses wearing DJ that is on a private jet, you're not invited kind of thing. I want to bring people along for the journey and share candid. I'll say that's my second one, is I want to be very candid about the highs and the lows, and not just Instagramify everything and make it perfect looking when there are moments of challenges, moments of solitude. And the third one, I always want to be inspirational. I feel like that's probably the best compliment you could ever pay to someone, to say that they're an inspiration, right?
Yeah.
And so I want to find ways to not just share my journey, but have people be inspired to create a journey of their own after seeing what I'm going through and how hard I'm working. I want them to feel confident pursuing their dreams at some level, some magnitude.
What was it like to play at Seismic again?
It was good.
Sunset set?
Yeah, the sunset set. Shout out Daylight Savings Time. Yeah, it was really nice. So my first time on the tsunami stage in the background, I think.
Beautiful stage.
Yeah, bigger stage than last year. I was on the frequency stage, so new stage, new production. The homies came out in full force, and a lot of people I don't know. Yeah. So it was a really great turnout, and I'm really happy with that. So overall, I played all originals.
Nice.
Focusing on that idea of being a better songwriter. So I played all my own music, and it was a really great time. Of this is home, So always happy to be back here.
How do you decide how you're going to lay out your set?
I leave a lot open, especially in a situation like this, because I don't really know how many people are going to be there. Yep. I don't know what the person before me is going to be playing. I leave a lot to be decided in the moment based on the other, the context of the show. But when it's a festival gig, you want to prioritize certain tracks, right? So I basically made this a showcase of what have I written since the last Seismic that I'm the most proud of.
What would you want to be known for if it wasn't for producing or DJ?
Throwing really good house parties, but not just a rager, but what is better than hosting your friends, having people over. I'm gonna cook some amazing food. We're gonna play some games. The best music ever is on in the background. Just being a host. I would want to be known as a really great host. Community spaces, spaces to share time with the people you care about. Yeah. That's what I think put a lot of energy into if I wasn't doing music all the time.
What is a top city around the world that you want to play at?
Amsterdam, yeah. I'm wearing an Amsterdam dance event side bag or whatever you call these. So I went in 2019. It was so incredible, so inspirational. So it's on the bucket list for sure.
Yeah. I think that was your pick last time too when I asked
Still is.
I might have asked this question already. Well, It's good to know that you're consistent.
Yeah, that's true. That's how you know it's real.
That's how you know it's real. Yeah. Are you a native of Texas?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
If you were to redesign the Texas flag, what would you put
on it? What a question. Instead of the star, it's just a big parrot.
Just a big parrot?
Yeah. You
would
keep
it be
it.
Your parrot? Would it be your parrot? Or just a random...
Not necessarily. As long as it's a bird, I'm
Okay.
content. Yeah,
Okay.
everything else can stay the same, but we're taking that star down.
Yeah. What are your top 3 favorite birds?
I appreciate common birds.
Okay.
I feel like people talk bad on my pigeons and my grackles, but I think they're hilarious. I'll just like watch them in public goofing off, and so I'll pick those 2, and then general umbrella term parrot for the 3rd.
Okay.
Because parrots are life.
Pigeons are just living their life, man.
They're so goofy. Yeah, they ain't trying to hurt anybody, They
they're
can't
just
think
trying to
more
eat
than
some
like
food.
2 seconds into the future, so just let them wild out.
Yeah. If you were able to eat any like meal right now, what would it be?
Oh.
What's like your post-festival set meal?
Man, I would destroy some crepes right now.
Okay, nice.
Yeah.
What kind of crepes?
Half sweet, half savory.
What
yeah.
would you put in them?
So like maybe some spinach and cheese
Okay.
for the savory, and like strawberry whipped cream. Like that sounds really good. Yeah.
Okay. What is one thing that you wish people would stop doing?
Just music elitism.
Okay.
Yeah, people that think their genre is so much better than other genres, or even infighting within a single genre. Like, if you don't like it, just say that's not for me and walk away. You don't need to like take down other genres or the fans of a certain kind of music. Like, there's different kinds of music for different kind of people in different phases of life. We should all be comfortable with that. Shout out Seismic. Thank you, Real Music Events, Andrew, Kelly, and the whole team. They literally sleep out here. They work so hard for this. The weather sucks
It's cold.
consistently, and they have to deal with all these curveballs. So they're doing an amazing job. I'm so happy to be here. Shout out Seismic.